What is up, guys? Welcome back. We are back on Marvel Strike Force today. Something I certainly have not done in quite some time. We're going to do a roster review, and we're going to talk about what life is like for a free-to-play player 1,400 days into this account. If you're not familiar with my channel or haven't been around here before, way back in the day at the start of Marvel Strike Force, I did start doing some Marvel Strike Force videos, character unlocks, and things like that. Really haven't done it very much the past couple years, but today we hit our 1,400 day mark. I am a complete free-to-play player. I'm going to show you my roster, show you some things, and talk about some things that I certainly struggle with, and maybe give you an idea of what you have to look forward to, or maybe what you don't have to look forward to in your journey for Marvel Strike Force. So yeah, if you enjoy the video, hit the thumbs up. If you are somebody that kind of wants to see more Marvel Strike Force videos, more Strike Force videos geared towards the free-to-play player, because yeah, that's what I am. I'm in an alliance pretty much of all people that I think pretty much everybody spends money except for me, and so I'm the very last one in my alliance, always with total power and everything like that. Anyways, just so you could see right there, 1,400 days. Now, I did start pretty much the day that this game launched. I think I probably missed some days between there. I really honestly do not know, but y'all are gonna have to let me know if you have been playing since day one. What is the day count actually? I think I could probably go back to my videos, because I believe I actually made a video the day Marvel Strike Force came out on the channel. But yeah, let's jump into it first by looking at my roster, and then we'll get into some things that I talk about. We'll look at some team comps. I'm going to tell you what I use for the raids, for Doom raids, for each of the nodes, kind of show you, and just let you know how much I struggle sometimes still. I mean, 1,400 days. This game progresses so much every single week, every single update with new characters, that it's certainly impossible for free-to-play players to keep up. So you kind of have to gear your concentration towards specific things. Anyways, as you see, you know, Doc Ock, my best tune. Every single tune except for one that I have leveled 81. All of my tunes right now are still only level 80. You know, one thing you'll figure out, free-to-play players, resources are very slim, so you got to pick and choose what you're doing. Gear tier is another thing in which is really hard to do. Gear tier is 16 and beyond. Any green gear, really tough to get in there. I do not have any of those characters in there, but I do have quite a few, you know, high red star tunes. I have almost all the tunes unlocked, just not very high tunes. So we'll just look at the top real quick, and then we'll go through some of my others. But Doc Ock, my highest power right now. A lot of the Axemen, because that is one of my best teams. Axemen, which is what I focused on a lot because of Doom. Infinity Watch, of course, is another one of my really high ones. Symbiotes is probably my highest overall team, just because I still use them for Doom. Difficulty 1. And they still do fairly well, so I'm going to keep them. Don't have Web Warriors yet. Don't have any of them. So, yeah. Kestrel, always, you know, very good. Ultron, you know, I still use him quite a bit. Even, you know, I still have him at 4-star. I have only completed Doom one time. I'm still working on the second time. It's taking forever. You know, it's taking forever. A lot of the meta teams, you will see that even though I have them leveled up and have been able to focus on at least level and gear, their stars and red stars are still not up there. So yeah, you'll definitely notice that. But I mean, I still use them in Doom and things like that because they're the best team to use, even at low red star, low yellow star. Icarus here, you know, still 4-star. He still does really well in Mystic, even though Mystic is probably the hardest node still in Doom for me by far. Mystic is really tough. I struggle through that. That's pretty much the only one that I think you know, that I can't guarantee that I'm gonna finish. I really can't even guarantee that I sometimes even finish the first node. Sometimes it's so tough. But either way, there's, you know, pretty much every tune that I have at least above 100k. Now we'll go through the rest of the tunes a little bit faster, everything under 100k, and you'll see that, you know, with a lot of the teams that I do have that are under 100k, I still use them in war. I definitely have to be a little bit choosy on who I fight in war, because a lot of the alliances that I face are certainly really tough. They have a lot of really strong teams. So I have to find myself, you know, searching war a lot and trying to pick and choose those battles when I use these teams that are certainly a lot lower. Other than that, you know, they don't really see any use. They don't see any use in raids. They don't see any use in arena. They don't see any use in anything. I guess Blitz, since it's part of the Blitz rotation and stuff, I do have them in there as well. But yeah, let's go through this a little bit faster. We'll get to the bottom so you can see, you know, which ones I still have to unlock and which ones I have not worked on just yet. Because, like I said, you know, when you're a free-to-play player, you have to focus on certain things. And a lot of things, like, say, one of the meta teams from way back in the day, you know, Strife, I still have not leveled him up. I used to use in war, I used to use Drax instead of Strife, and I still don't even use Strife. I just always find things that, you know, that I need to level up before them. Same with Electro and Swarm. Doc Ock is on my defense, but I have the original other 4 instead of Electro and Swarm because I just don't have the resources to be able to level up these tunes. She-Hulk, I would put Fantastic Four with She-Hulk on defense because my Fantastic Four is actually really good. But I never have time to level her up, so I just keep Fantastic Four with Ultron on offense and use that team instead. Squirrel Girl is getting a new defensive war team, and so I'm going to have to level him up. Silver Samurai, I still have not worked on any of that team. You see Lady Deathstrike, Magic, another tune that has been used or new to the game. Still haven't even touched. Same with the Web Warriors, haven't even touched them. So as you see, there's still quite a few, and Ghost Spider I don't even have yet. So as you see, there's still quite a few tunes that I'm not even close to leveling up or even working on just yet, just because I don't have the resources for it. Now let's talk about Doom. I'm gonna show you the teams that I use in Doom. They're obviously just the meta teams, you know, the teams that will give you the best performance. And, you know, as a free-to-play player, it's taken me a lot of time to level up all of these tunes that I've been able to use in Doom, and I'm always the last one to get anything done, and so I definitely appreciate my alliance. I've been with the same alliance pretty much my entire Marvel Strike Force career. The original one that we did have, we kind of split up and merged with another alliance, but basically been with the same group of people, you know, besides the ones switching out, since the beginning of Marvel Strike Force. So that's always nice. Anyways, this is my Astonishing X-Men. Obviously, that's for one specific node or one specific group in Doom. By far the best, by far my best that I can put in there for mutants. And they do fairly well. I mean, they still struggle. I still have to hit the node multiple times in order to get it done, but it does do pretty well. We're almost done with Kitty Pryde. 7 red stars, 7 yellow star. That was a good pull. That's gonna be nice. And then Iceman is just about done as well. So once it gets completely finished, we'll certainly do better. And Symbiotes is another one with Bio. We are what? Doom 2 difficulty 1. And so Symbiotes still do fine for me. I mean, Web Warriors are obviously better. Yes, I understand that, but I don't have the resources for it to put them in, and they still do completely fine. Blue ISO at level 3. That's pretty much where my focus is on every single one of my tunes. Nothing any higher than that, just because it's too expensive to be able to do it. But Symbiotes are probably my most consistent, even though the people probably say they're not consistent. They're actually my most consistent. Even in Doom 2 difficulty 1, I can still get through it a lot better than any other one. And we still got ways to go on Anti-Venom. We're almost at 6 yellow star right now. So we still got a long ways to go on Venom, anti-Venom. Now, as far as the skill nodes go, skill nodes are still kind of difficult for me on that particular Doom. And what I use is the Secret Avengers and Kestrel for both of the nodes, not the boss node, but both of the regular nodes. And then for the first node, I use Shang-Chi, and then the second one, I use Baron Zemo. And I can typically get through those. The boss node, on the other hand, is a whole different other story. I cannot beat that. I can do some damage, but, you know, got to rely on my other alliance mates to be able to get that done. But still, skill isn't too bad. Tech is certainly still a struggle, but I still do a fairly decent Doc Ock, Shuri, Kestrel, Ultron, Doctor Doom. Sometimes I just switch out, put Ghost in there instead of Ultron. Sometimes I use Nebula. I've never really used Minerva. I just don't. She's just way too squishy, even at, you know, the power that I have her at right now. She's just a little too squishy. But still, Tech is pretty decent, and I still find use of Ultron. Doctor Doom, like I said, I've only completed Doom once, and so yeah, I still got a long ways to go for that 7 yellow star, 4 red star. Now, as far as Mystic goes, it's really hard. I cannot complete it at all. I can beat the first node sometimes if I play it right, or send in like a scrub team or something like that to get rid of like Silver Surfer's first attack. So Mystic, I can beat the first node. Second node, I cannot. Even with Icarus and Circe and Doom and Silver Surfer, Adam Warlock, I still can't beat it. I'm still trying to get the new warriors. So that's my focus right now. Everything that I'm doing is trying to get the new warriors done with Deathpool. We got Dagger, we got Cloak. So we're trying to get those 3 done, and once those 3 are completely done and leveled up to level 80 and gear 14 or 15 and put them with Icarus and Circe, I think they'll be okay. But until that point, Mystic is certainly a struggle. I guess one thing we really haven't looked at just yet is total collection power. We are sitting at 14 million. Now, I am the last in my alliance, have always been the last in my alliance. I think it goes up to 19.5 million or something like that for the top guys in my alliance. So, as you see, it's always been, you know, me being behind, but I do fairly well with keeping up with raids and war and all of that stuff. But I think now, you know, talk about like the focus and how I play the game as opposed to trying to go after everything, because you certainly cannot. As a free-to-play player, you certainly cannot try to unlock every single thing the first time it comes around, especially legendary characters. Sometimes 2-3 times around, I don't even get them. Same with red stars, same with yellow stars. It takes a really long time, so you have to focus your concentration on what you actually want to complete. Our main focus is Doom. Getting as far as we can in Doom and progressing in Doom. So every tune that I use in Doom, that is where my focus is. I try to put in all of my resources into those specific characters and those tunes that I use for each of the Doom nodes. All the other raids we can complete at the highest difficulty at 100%. But Doom we cannot. Obviously, we can't get the furthest, you know, the highest difficulty in that and 100% that just yet. But we're getting there. And I think if you are a free-to-play player, I mean, I think you need to definitely ask your alliance on what they want to focus on. And personally, I think having the best Doom roster might be the way to go. Just for the simple fact that you get the most out of Doom, you know, with the resources and the things that you get from Doom. Being able to progress your tunes from that is really important. As far as, you know, what do I spend in the store? I don't ever use anything with cores. So anything that requires cores like these right here, I don't ever buy anything. I never spend any cores at all. I always save my cores for events. And so like the event that's going on right now in campaign or whatever, I use for refreshes in that. I just save my cores until an event comes out, and then I use all my cores for the event, and then I just stockpile the cores again. I don't ever refresh these. I don't ever buy these ever. Maybe once in a while. I mean, I don't want to say ever, like I've never done it, because I have done it before. But typically, I don't ever do any of that stuff. Now, as far as opening orbs go, I tend to open a lot of orbs, especially these orbs, when we have the ×10 multipliers, when there isn't a character featured. You know, like Star-Lord T'Challa. Yeah, I could open orbs, but I'm not going to be able to get Star-Lord T'Challa. So there's really no point in me trying to find a 4-star or 5-star for red stars. I would rather have the ×10 and try to save up for Doom to be able to get him red star at 5. I have like 1,800 or something like that of those red star credits. And I think it's like 2,400 to red star him once I get done. And so that's kind of my strategy on that. It's the same with gold as well. I don't typically ever use or open or need to open any gold orbs very often, because my main problem is finding training mats. Training mats is certainly the hardest to me as a free-to-play player, being able to get and level up the tunes. I don't ever not need, you know, I don't ever need gold, hardly ever. Gear, yes. And so I farm gear nodes and stuff, but gear and training mats is the biggest one. Gold is never an issue. Also, another thing that I do not stress out about or try to, you know, drive myself crazy about is Blitz or Arena. I don't do either one of them. Arena, I do my 2 matches every single day, and that is it. I'm not worried about, you know, getting high in my arena rank. Even though the resources that you do get, those arena shards, yes, they're nice. But I don't know. It's just too stressful. And then same with Blitz. Having to grind Blitz over and over and over every single day just to get 15 more fragments when new characters come out. I just don't do that because I don't want to burn myself out from the game. So I stay away from Blitz. I just do almost the minimum. I just run through my roster once, maybe twice. You know, when I have free things and, you know, free energies or whatever, free time, and then whatever I get, I get. So I'm certainly not a hardcore grinder, but at least do enough to get, you know, some stuff. And I think really the same thing can be said about RTA. That's the same thing. I just basically do my 2 attacks a day and then get my rewards, and that's pretty much it. You really don't have to do anything extra in that to get max rewards. I do 2, maybe 3. And that's pretty much all. But yeah, I mean, that's gonna do it for the video. I just wanted everybody to see what it's like with a roster that has been completely free to play for 1,400 days. My goodness, I've never played a game this long ever. And so yeah, this is what it looks like. I mean, do I still struggle? Do I still get frustrated? Yes. Is it frustrating always being last in my alliance? Yes. Not being able to hit things? Yes. But as long as you can accept the fact that you can't get things when they come out, and it takes time to be able to get this, you'll be okay. I mean, I still enjoy the game. I still like leveling up the tunes. I still like putting together my team comps, and I still like participating in Doom and things like that. But I don't know, hopefully you do too, and hopefully, you know, this maybe something helped a little. If you have other ideas of something else you want to see as far as a free-to-play account, you know, let me know, and maybe we'll do some more videos in Marvel Strike Force. But I just wanted to get out, you know, something just to show you what 1,400 days on a free-to-play account looks like, what the roster looks like on a free-to-play account, and how far I still have to go. I mean, how far I am behind for the rest of the people in my alliance, because, you know, my alliance is top to bottom 5 million lower than the top guy, which is a lot of stuff. There's lots of things coming out in the game, lots of reworks as well to focus on, and still a lot of tunes that will probably never see the light of day still. But either way, guys, hopefully you did enjoy. Hit the thumbs up if you did, and I don't know, maybe I'll see y'all again soon. Yo, take it easy. I'm out. Peace.